Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we will go through how we can use Windows deployment services to deploy Microsoft Windows 11 across our network. So right here, I'm on my Windows domain controller. So it is the Server 2022. Right now at the dashboard of the Server Manager window. So the first thing I want to do here is just to click on Tools and then go down to Windows Deployment Services. So I would click on Windows Deployment Services, and then I'm going to expand the Windows Deployment Services window. So I'm just going to come on the left side where I have servers. I'm going to click this little arrow to expand my server, and I can see the name of my server. So I'm just going to expand this. And then I have these various folders. And then, so I just need to add the install images and the boot images for Windows 11, similar to what we did in the previous series of video, where we added the boot and install images for Windows 10, and we were able to deploy that across our network. That was done in episode 3 of our 3-part mini series on Windows deployment services. So I'll make sure to leave a link to that in the YouTube card and also in the YouTube video description down below. But I will just go right ahead to add the install image. So I'll right click on install images and I will click on add install image. So again, it will ask us to create a group. So I'm just going to name this Client OS for the image group, and I'll go to next. Once I go to next, I'm just going to click on browse. I have already added the Windows 11 ISO image to my VMware. So I'm just going to come to my DVD. So this is the DVD for Windows 11. So I'm going to go to the sources folder, and I'm just going to click on install.wim, and I will click on open, and then I'm going to click on next, and it's going to show the various versions of Windows 11 that is in this ISO image. So what we want to do here is we're just going to deselect all of these and just keep one of them active. We'll keep the Windows 11 Pro active, and we'll deselect all of these other options. So we're going to click on next, and then it's going to just give us a summary, and then we'll click on next, and then it's going to add the install image for Windows 11 Professional. I'll give it a few seconds and allow that to add to the Windows Deployment Services server. And once the install image has successfully been added, the next thing I'm going to do is to add the boot images. So I'll give that a few seconds. All right, so we have successfully added the install image of Windows 11. So I'll click on finish. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to right click on the boot folder and click on add boot image. So similarly, like what I just did in the previous step, I'm just going to go to browse, and I'm still in the sources folder on 11 DVD. So I'm just going to click on boot.wim. I'm just going to click on open, and I'm just going to add that as well. So for some reason, it doesn't tell us that this is Windows 11. Just like how we had it for Windows 10. So I'm just going to put 11 in the name. So next, and then I give a summary, and I'm just going to click on next, and it's going to add the boot image of Windows 11. So I'm going to give it a few seconds and allow that to add, and once that is done, we will begin the next step. So all right, we have successfully added the boot image of Windows 11. So I will click on finish. So as far as what we need to do on the Windows Deployment Services server has been completed. So the next thing to do is to create a blank virtual machine and then boot from the network, and that virtual machine will then connect to the DHCP server and obtain an IP address, and then it will also locate the Windows Deployment Services server, and it will use that to boot itself, and it will allow us to deploy Windows 11. So I'm going to create a blank virtual machine for Windows 11. So the first thing I want to do with this is to just minimize this Server 2022 window. So I'm just going to come back to my VirtualBox Manager window. So I can either click on New, that is right here, to create a new virtual machine, or I can use Control+N on Windows or Command+N on the Mac if you are using a Mac, or I could just go to Machine and then click on New. So I'm going to put Windows 11 WDS, and I'm just going to leave it to Windows 11 64-bit and as the version, and then also for the type it's Microsoft Windows, so I'm just going to leave that, and I'm just going to click on Next. And then for the memory, I'm just going to reduce this memory to 2 GB. The next thing I'm going to do is just keep it to 2 processor, and I'm just going to click on Next. And then for the hard drive, I can make it 100 gig, and then I'll just go to Next, and then it gave me a summary, and I'm just going to click on Finish. So now that I've created this blank virtual machine, I just need to check how the network settings was done for our server 2022. So I'll click on the server 2022, and I will have a look at the network setting. So I see that I can click on network here. And so the network is attached to Ethernet network and net. Okay. So I'll click on OK. So I'll just come to my Windows 11 virtual machine. I will click on network. I will attach it to Ethernet network and then net, right? So I'll click on OK. By doing that, I have connected the Windows 11 virtual machine to the same network as the server 2022. And you want to do that so that when you boot this blank virtual machine, it will be able to obtain an IP address from the DHCP server, since they are currently virtually connected to the same switch, right, or the same network. So the next thing I'm going to do is to keep the Windows 11 WDS highlighted and click back so that I can start that virtual machine. And then I'm going to choose the F12 to boot from the network. So I'm going to give it a few seconds, allow it to power up. I'm going to press F12 to boot from the network. So now that we have this, I'm just going to maximize this or press this I to close this up. So I'm just going to use my arrow key and come to the boot manager. So I'm just going to come down to the UFI pixels, PXE, that's the network. So I'm going to press enter on this so I can boot from the network. So I'll press enter on there, and then it's going to try to boot from the network. So I'm going to give it a few seconds and allow it to obtain an IP address. So I press enter, so it has obtained an IP address from the DHCP server. Again, I will give it a few seconds and allow it to do its thing. All right, so as we can see, we just ran into an error message for installation of the Windows 11 from the WDS server. It tells us that Windows Deployment Services client functionality is being partially deprecated. Please visit and put a link to this website for more details on what is deprecated and what will continue to be supported. So as you can see from this error message, the installation of Windows 11 using Windows Deployment Services has been deprecated. So to fix this error, if we still want to use our Windows Deployment Services to install Windows 11, is to go back to our server. So I'm just going to go back to the server. Now on the server, I'm going to change the boot image. So we have the boot image for Windows 11. So we're just going to, the trick is to use the boot image of Windows 10 to install the Windows 11. That's a way to go around that error. So what I'm going to do is to attach the ISO image of Windows 10 to 10 and then add the boot image. I have connected the Windows 10 ISO image to our server 2022. So I'm just going to right click on the boot images folder and then click on add boot image. I'm going to click on browse. And then this is the Windows 10 ISO image. So I'm just going to click on boot.wim. I will click on open and then I'm going to click on next. So at this stage, I'm just going to add the 10 in the name because this is Windows 10 image. So I'm just going to click down here. Then as well. So I'm just going to click on next. It gave me a summary. Click on next. And I'm going to give it a few seconds and allow the Windows 10 boot image to be added to the boot images folder in our WDS server. All right, so I'm just going to click on finish. So once we come over to our Windows 11 that failed, so we'll just click on reboot. And then now we will just boot from the network and then choose the Windows 10. So I'm just going to click on cancel. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to come down to my boot manager and press enter and come to my network and press enter and allow this virtual machine to boot from the network. So as you can see, it has booted from the network and discovered the WDS server. Now we have the two boot images. So we have the Windows 10 boot image and the Windows 11 boot image. So to fix the deprecated error, we're going to boot our Windows 11 installation from the Windows 10 boot image. So we'll keep it to the first option and we'll press enter. So now, as you can see, we have bypassed that error by using the Windows 10 boot image to install our Windows 11 using Windows Deployment Services. So this is the Windows Deployment Services for a Windows 11 installation. So we're just going to click on next, and then it's going to ask for the administrator of our domain. So I'm just going to put the administrator account and put the password. But don't forget, I need to put the name of the domain. So just going to click here, KLA/administrator, click on OK. So now we are at the screen to select the operating system. Remember when we were adding the install image for Windows 11, we deselected everything and only added the install image for Windows 11 Professional or Windows 11 Pro. So that's why we have only that option in the list here. So we'll keep that highlighted and then we'll just click on next. And then it will discover the hard drive and then we can click on next. And then it's going to begin the installation of Windows 11. So that's how we can use Windows Deployment Services to install Windows 11. But other than that, another way to do it, which we can make another video about, is to use Windows Deployment Services alongside with the Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, and that way we can install Windows 11 as well. So that will be something that we can do for sure in another feature video. But for now, this is how you can use your Windows Deployment Services to deploy Windows 11 across your network. So once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Make sure to leave a comment down below with any question or suggestion on videos that you want us to create on the channel. And then make sure to like this video if you like it. And also share this video with someone who will find this video useful. But without further ado, take care and I will see you in the next video. Bye.